You know what it takes to be in business for 30 years? It takes consistently doing a great job. The people in the Delta recommending you because you treated them well and always will. Washington's Auto Body and Paint isn't new to the game. Family owned and operated, repairing literal dents and restoring totaled vehicles to showroom quality for over 30 years. From the airport, follow the signs to Washington's Auto Body and Paint, where more combined years experience in the Delta shows in the shine. 332-7472.
Cannon Motors is proud to have served the Mid-South for generations.
We have placed an emphasis on great customer service and making our customers feel like family.
We are proud to continue this tradition at Cannon Ford in Cleveland.
I love my Cannon truck.
Visit us online 24/7 at nobodybeatsacannondeal.com or stop by our dealership on North Davis Avenue to test drive the Ford Explorer, the Ford Fusion, and the Ford F-150. And remember, when the smoke clears, nobody beats a Cannon deal. Nobody!
AWIS has been serving the Delta for over 20 years, and we've built our company on product knowledge and outstanding service. It's Advanced Welding and Industrial Supply at 860 North Broadway in Greenville. Call us at 662-332-1155. AWIS, we've got your gas.
to make his way onto the field and look at, and he'll be able to walk off on his own power. Try and get a number on the injured Trojan here in a minute. I believe it was number 21 linebacker Jeremy Lewis. That could be a big loss. Jeremy plays a big part in the Trojan defense. They will have marked him short of the first down following that screen pass. It'll be now 2nd and 1. Ball on the 22-yard line. Now under 5 minutes to go. Scott takes the handoff, or takes the snap, and the handoff goes to number 8, Tyrell Price, tonight's starting at running back. He's able to gain enough for a first down, and they'll move the chains once more, and it'll be 1st and 10. Scott will take the snap. He'll throw that ball to his running back here on the far side. He'll run upfield, run one man over. He'll have a bunch of room to run, and he'll be tackled after a gain of about 20 yards and a first down, Lions. They'll move quickly here and hand off up the middle. Gain of about a yard on that play. That'll bring up a 2nd down now. Lions will line up with 2 receivers near side of the formation. Scott again in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, drop back. He'll throw an out route. And it'll be tackled after a gain of about 3 yards on that play. A lot of quick, short passes tonight from East for Scott. Lindsey Scott Jr., the quarterback for East Mississippi. He's a 5'11 freshman transfer from LSU. He'll run a swing pass out to the running back. And he'll take that catch, run it out of bounds at about into Mississippi Delta territory to about the 46-yard line. It'll be another East Mississippi first down. Lions again moving quickly on the Trojans. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Scott will take a couple step drop. He'll throw that ball into the seam. That ball tipped off of the hands of a Trojan, and it'll fall incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Lions. It's the first incomplete pass for Scott in some time now. Scott will take the snap. He'll drop back, look far side. He'll now move through his progression and find a receiver. However, that pass will fall incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down. Scott threw that last pass behind his intended receiver. So 3rd and 10 from the 46-yard line. Lions again in plus territory for now the 3rd time tonight. Scott will drop back. He'll move up in the pocket. He's got plenty of room to run. He'll try and spin move. It'll be tackled down at about the 41-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down. It'll be decision time for Buddy Stevens and company. And they look like they're going to go for it. They'll go 2 receivers to each side. One running back to the side of Scott. Scott will drop back here on 4th down. He'll throw that ball a little bit of a stick route. He found his man easily. He was pretty open on that one. He has enough for a first down following the yards after catch. A penalty marker is down. We'll await the call. No flag on the play. Scott will now take the snap. It'll be another screen pass. That ball to the near side. Catch made by Dorian McLaren at about the 16-yard line. Be 2nd down and 2 yards upcoming for the Lions. Moving very fast on this drive. High snap caught by Scott. Scott will go out wide to Merritt. Merritt will make a couple of man miss. He has enough for a first down before he's taken down. That'll bring up not quite 1st and goal First and 10 from the 11-yard line. The Lions now have a chance to get a first down before the end zone. Scott will drop back, and he'll look to a man in the end zone. And that's another touchdown, East Mississippi. A little bit of a skinny post on the inside part of the field on the far hash. And that pass caught for a touchdown. That puts East up 20-0 here with almost 2 minutes to go in the ball game, pending the extra point. Pontius will line it up, trying to put the East Mississippi Lions up by 3 touchdowns. Snap is good. The kick is good. East is now up 21-0 here with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. And we will be back on the MDCC Sports Network.
I had to hit that button and we just turned it off, so just...
Be all right.
Oh shit, what is this? It's got on commercial. Where did that Skype thing pop up?
Welcome back to Moorhead. It's now 21-0 East. On the kickoff is received about the Mississippi Delta 2-yard line. That ball taken up to about the 23, where Mississippi Delta will begin their drive, now trailing by 3 touchdowns here in the first quarter. A little bit less than 2 minutes to go. Trojan offense will take the field. Looking to find some rhythm here. McAfee's had open receivers. Shirley's had a little bit of room to run. Just haven't been able to string a complete drive together against the East Mississippi defense. Again, he'll go 2 receivers near side, 1 receiver in the slot. He'll go have an H-back to hit the far side. He'll fake it to Shirley. McAfee will roll out. He'll find his man. The pass is caught by number 13, Trevez Lyles, and he's taken down immediately in front of the 40-yard line. Give him the 37-yard line. Lyles had to go into the air to catch that football. McAfee rolled out to his right and made a good throw where only his receiver could catch it. That'll bring up a first down and 10 for the Trojans. Ball on their own 37. McAfee will take the snap. He'll hand off to Shirley. Shirley will try to make a couple of men miss in the backfield. He cannot, and he's tackled. He's able to gain a little bit of forward progress, maybe give him an inch on that play. That'll bring up now 2nd and 10 from the 37. Malcolm Curry will check out of the ball game, and John Derek Smith will check into the ball game on offense here. Trojans will line up with 2 receivers to the far side, 1 in the slot. It's Trevez Lyles. 2 backs to each side. He'll hand off to John Derek Smith, who will run up the middle and gain a few yards. Looks like about a 5-yard gain. That'll bring up now 3rd down and 4 to go for the Trojans. Clock winding down here in the first quarter. Trojans seem to be in no hurry on offense. Patiently awaiting the play call. Trojans may be content to just let this clock run out on the first quarter. And that is exactly what they will do. That'll end the first quarter here in Moorhead with the score East Mississippi 21, Mississippi Delta 0. We'll be back to more. What's the buddy rule? Is it 35?
35, yeah.
Let's go.
The buddy rule. I hope they do something about it.
Huh?
I hope they do something 100-0. I can trust this right now.
Samesies.
Years later.
Better be. Should sneak out of here with it. Oh, forgot about that. Trojans open the second quarter with a pass up the middle. That ball caught, and he's taken down immediately into Lion territory. Ball now at the 43-yard line of the Lions. Trojans again in plus territory. It's been the theme of their offense so far this season, getting into plus territory, however, not being able to score. They'll line up three receivers near side now. All of them spread out. And we have movement before the snap. So following the first down completion, it'll be a false start on Mississippi Delta. That'll now make it a 1st and 15. The Trojans will now huddle up on this 1st and long situation. Playing the number 1 team in the country, it's tough when you're playing behind the chains. 1st and 15 to go here for the Trojans. They'll line up the receivers far side in front of the east bench. They'll motion Oliver across the formation. They'll fake it to Shirley. Shirley will catch it on a swing pass. Oliver catches it on a swing pass, and he's taken down by the original line of scrimmage. Oliver's helmet comes off, meaning he'll have to sit out this one play. So it's now 2nd and 11 upcoming for the Trojans. John Derek Smith will now come into the ball game at running back. McAfee looking to the sideline for the play from head coach Jeff Tatum. Trojans will break the huddle. They'll go 2 men up to the top, 1 receiver to the bottom of the formation, 2 backs will flank. McAfee at the quarterback. They'll run up the middle with John Derek Smith. A little bit of an option look almost from the shotgun formation. He'll take that ball down to the 40-yard line. He'll gain about 6 yards on that play. Make it about 3rd and 6. Ball on the 44-yard line. The ball on the 39-yard line. Trojans will huddle up. Quite a differing styles and pace of offense between East and Mississippi Delta. East is very up-tempo. They want to run as many plays as they can. Mississippi Delta content to hold the football, huddle up, get the right play call in before taking to the line of scrimmage. McAfee will take a snap, couple step drop, that ball over the head of his intended receiver. Oliver will hit the ground hard. That ball will fall to the turf here on 3rd and 6. That'll make it 4th and 6. Oliver was open for a brief moment. It was a tight window for McAfee to throw the football in, but he throws it too high, and it'll fall incomplete. Oliver will get himself up and now assume the role of the punter. So the Trojans will line up in punt formation. Watch out for a potential fake here. Oliver's run 2 fakes for first downs in back-to-back weeks. He'll be lined up in Lion territory. He'll take the snap. Some good upfield rush. That punt may have been deflected. It'll bounce up in the air and be touchdown at the 20-yard line, where East Mississippi will take the football and start their next possession. Again, East Mississippi now has the football up 21-0. Their offense has been very, very good tonight, moving up the field very efficiently. Starting quarterback tonight, Lindsey Scott, has been almost perfect. He'll find his man on an out route. He'll try and make a spin move upfield. He is tackled after a gain of about 6 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3 yards to go. 2nd and 4, excuse me. Three receivers near side in front of the Trojan bench now. Lions will move east to west. Scott will move up in the pocket. And he will cruise to a first down just beyond the sticks. It'll now be 1st and 10 Lions. Oh, excuse me. They marked him short on that play. It'll be 3rd and 1. He appeared to have easily gotten the first down, apparently seen otherwise by tonight's officiating crew. We'll go with three receivers near side, going east to west. Scott takes the snap. He'll hand it off. He'll have a lot of room to run. He's on a foot race 50. He's got 40. Down to the 30-yard line. He'll make one man miss. 20-10 touchdown. That cut at the 20-yard line put a Trojan defender on his backside, and he'll cruise into the end zone for another East Mississippi touchdown. With a 70-yard run for an East Mississippi touchdown. Their 4th thus far of the evening, and we still have 11 minutes to go until halftime. East lines up in PAT formation. They will methodically bring their last man onto the field on the offensive line. Pontius will await the snap. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. Following East Mississippi's 70-yard running touchdown, it'll be the Lions 28 and your Trojans 0 when we come back on the MDCC Sports Network on 100.7 WDMS. Welcome back, football fans, to Moorhead, Mississippi. It's now East Mississippi 28, Mississippi Delta 0. We have 11:32 to go until halftime. Pontius will tee it up for the Lions. His kick will be a line drive, end over end. That will bounce about 6 yards into the end zone for another touchback. And Mississippi Delta will take the ball at the 25-yard line. After moving all the way into Lion territory on their last drive, they were unable to capitalize until East marched down the field in about a 3-play drive that ended in a 70-yard touchdown run, prompting the Lions to go ahead 28-0. Still plenty of time for Mississippi Delta to get on the board here and cut this 4-touchdown lead to something more manageable before halftime. Trojans will line up following the touchback with two receivers to the far side, one to the near side. They'll hand off to Shirley. It's play action. McAfee will go deep. He's got one man covered, and it's going to be thrown just a bit too far inside to his intended receiver. The pass almost intercepted as it just kind of hung up in the air long enough for a Lion defender to come close. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball to 25-yard line still. Trojans look to the sideline, look to get another play. That was a shot the Trojans were looking for. However, unable to connect was McAfee to his intended receiver. McAfee's been fairly accurate this evening. His receivers haven't helped him out much. Trojans will break the huddle. They'll go one running back to the left of McAfee, and he will hand off this time to Kirkham. Kirkham will run off tackle, gain a few yards, about the 29, maybe the 30, depending on the spot. Give him the 29.5. We got 3rd down and 6 now for the Trojans. East will look to the sideline. Mississippi Delta will huddle. East will go in the 4-3 formation. On defense, Mississippi Delta will go 2 receivers at the top near each other. They'll roll out. McAfee will roll to his right. He looks for his intended receiver, waiting to see if that ball was caught or not. They're going to say it's a catch. I'm unsure of who caught that football, but it'll be a first down. I believe Deliqua McCoy will make the catch. It'll be a first down and 10 now for the Trojans, who move the sticks again. First and 10, ball on the 38-yard line. Trojans trailing by 4 touchdowns here in the second quarter. Handoff will go up the middle. He's got a big hole, John Derek Smith does. And he's taken down at the 50-yard line. Give him about 12 on that run. Well, they give him the 49-yard line. Get him about 13, 14 yards. Took the handoff. And he ran right up the middle. We have a timeout on the field. I believe that'll be an East Mississippi. Following the Lion timeout, it'll be first and 10 Trojans. Ball at the 49-yard line. Trojans again in Lion territory. That handoff will go to John Derek Smith. He'll run up the middle. Almost the same play as they ran last time. They'll try and push the pile toward a first down. Excuse me, that was Kirkham on the carry. And it appears to be another Mississippi Delta first down. They seem to have found some success on the ground here in the second quarter. Back-to-back running plays for first downs. Shotgun handoff gone at the middle. Trojans seem to have run enough play action so far this evening that East isn't sure what Mississippi Delta is going to run. Trojans will come out of the huddle, 2 receivers near side. He'll go 2 backs to the sides of McAfee. Run a little bit of a misdirection look. They'll hand it to Shirley. Shirley to run up the middle, and he'll be able to gain about 4 yards on first down. He'll be taken down at the 35-yard line. 2nd and 6 to go for the Trojans. Just under 10 minutes remaining until halftime. Trojans 3 consecutive rushing plays have amassed nearly 30 yards. Trojans will go 1 receiver near, 2 to the far. The handoff will go to John Derek Smith. He'll go up the middle. However, this time he's stuffed. May have gained an inch or 2 on second down. That'll bring up third down now and about 6 to go for the Trojans. East knew exactly where to go on that one. Oliver will now come back onto the field for Mississippi Delta. McAfee will look to the sideline, get the play. Trojans content to keep the Lion offense off the field. Trojans will line up 3 receivers in the near side. 2 stacked on top of each other. They go 1 to the top of the formation. Shirley will swing out of the backfield. Oliver unable to haul that one in. He was open. He must have heard footsteps. The pass incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down and decision time for Jeff Tatum. Excuse me, that was LaDavian Smith. And the Trojans again will line up in punt formation here in Lion territory, unable to put the ball in the end zone. 4th down, 6 to go from the 35-yard line. Trojans lined up to punt. The Lion returner Has his heels on the 10. Is a bit of a low kick. It'll take a bounce at the 11. It'll take a Trojan bounce inside the 5-yard line. It'll be down at about the 4. And that's where East Mississippi will take over. They'll have 96 yards to go if they look to score on this drive. And here come the East Mississippi Lions as the Mississippi Delta defense now takes the field. Lions already up 28-0 in this ball game. They'll line up in the shotgun. They'll go 2 receivers to each side. The handoff will go inside of the tackles. They'll break a couple of tackles. Finally taken down. Who's that? That running back for East Mississippi. That was the quarterback keeper on the play. They'll run another handoff. Aiden Miller, the ball carrier. He'll gain a few yards. Oh, excuse me, that was Justin Connor on the run. He'll line up to the side of Scott. Lions will go 3 receivers to the top. Scott will take a couple of steps drop. He'll look for an out route. That pass too tall for his intended receiver. Incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down now for the Lions. They're about 4 to go. Lions will look to the sideline for the play call. Trojans looking for a big stop here. Again, already trailing by 4 touchdowns. Scott takes the snap. He'll take a couple of steps back. He'll find his man underneath. He'll make one man miss. He'll lunge forward for a 1st down. And the Lions will move the sticks once again. Another 1st down for East. They look to move fast. I don't know if Mississippi Delta got all their players off the field. No flags on the play. They'll run the football off tackle. He'll spin out of a tackle. He's at the 50. He'll get run out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. Impressive run there by number 20, Reginald Hunter. Hunter will have to be subbed out following that run. He shook the would-be tackler and spun out of it. It'll be 1st down Lions. They'll go 3 receivers to the top. One back to the right of Scott. Scott will take a couple of steps back. He'll look deep. He's got nobody open. 2 Trojan defenders out there toward that pass. And the pass will be incomplete. That'll set up a 2nd and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line of Mississippi Delta. The up-tempo offense continues to go. They'll go 2 receivers again to each side. He'll hand off. And that running back will go off tackle. That's Connor again. Connor will get tackled after a modest gain on that play. I'll give him 4. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 to go. Ball on the 31-yard line. They'll give an extra yard. 3rd and 5. Trojans looking to get off the field here. It's a big 3rd down. Scott will take this. That pass deflected by the Trojan Russia as Hennessy Thomas coming on a blitz. Pass incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down now. Decision time for Buddy Stevens. Knowing Buddy, I think they're going to go for it here. 4th down and 5 to go. Scott looks to the sideline. He'll run the play to his lineman. He'll bark out the signals. Trojans looking to get off the field here on 4th down. And we have movement on an East Mississippi lineman. That'll be a false start penalty on East. That'll move them back another 5 yards. Excuse me, following. Well, that is a timeout, East Mississippi. It looks like there's no flag on the false start because of a timeout that was called. It'll be Lion timeout. We'll be back on the MDCC Sports Network here on 100.7. Yeah, he just said Open the locker room.
The weight room?
Yeah, the weight room.
That's it? From
Yeah.
the back or?
From the front. Or like you have to go through the Coliseum.
Okay. Just leave it up?
Hmm?
Yes, just leave it up.
That's it. So there was no false start penalty because the Lions called timeout. It's still 4th down, 5 yards to go for East Mississippi in Trojan territory. They are lined up to go for it. They have 2 receivers to each side. They are running back to the right of Scott. Scott will take a couple of steps back. His intended receiver, that ball goes off of his hands. It'll fall to the turf, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Trojan football. 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go, and the Trojan offense will come back onto the field, looking to chip away at this 28-point lead before halftime. Lions had a man open on that play, just unable to connect with Scott. Pass was a little tall for his intended receiver, and it falls incomplete, and it's now Trojan football. Trojans will run up to the line of scrimmage. They will line up with 3 receivers on the near side, 1 at the top of the formation. They're going west to east now. We have a flag on the play. Another procedure penalty on Mississippi Delta. It'll be a 5-yard false start penalty, moving the Trojans again back. Trojans got the football earlier in this ball game on an interception by East Mississippi. And on 1st down, they committed a false start. Now they get the ball on a turnover on downs, and they commit another false start penalty. 2 turnovers on East have resulted in 1st and 15s for Mississippi Delta. He'll take the snap, hand off to Shirley. Shirley will run in between the tackles. He'll make a couple of man misses. He's now moving east, and he's taken down at about the 31-yard line. Good run there by Malcolm Shirley. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Shirley had a big hole. However, did a little bit too much east-west running instead of north-south. Could have had a couple of more yards had he gone upfield. Play action to Shirley. That pass caught toward the sideline. Taken out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. Give him a yard on the play. That catch made by Antoine Williams, a reserve running back, on the sideline. 3rd down, 9 yards to go from the 32-yard line. Trojans looking to extend this drive. They'll break the huddle. Mosey on up to the line of scrimmage. They'll go 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Shirley is the tailback flanking McAfee in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll feel a little bit of a rush. That pass off Shirley's hands. Probably a good thing he's met immediately by a defender. And that pass will fall to the ground, incomplete. They'll bring it to a 4th down and 9 to go for Mississippi Delta. And they'll again line up in punt formation. A 4th down, 9 yards to go. Trojans lined up to punt the football away. Merritt deep to return. And he will stand at about his own 30-yard line. LaDavian Smith in punt formation. Kick a wobbly one, fielded at about the 35-yard line. He gets a block. He gets a couple of blocks. He's now at the 50, and he's met by a couple of defenders at about the 42-yard line, where East Mississippi will start their drive following their turnover on downs. Last time they had the football, looking to extend their lead. They're already up 28-0 on the Mississippi Delta Trojans here. 4 minutes to go until halftime here in Moorhead. Scott will have 2 receivers to each side. He'll play action. His receivers will run deep. He throws that ball high up into the air. And that ball almost intercepted. The helmet comes off. of the Trojan defensive back, Ramsey Fultz in coverage. It'll be 2nd and 10. Scott went for the deep ball on first down following the Trojan punt, however, unable to connect with his intended receiver. That'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Lions. They'll run a little swing pass off tackle. He's able to gain a couple of yards before being taken down. It'll now be 3rd and 7 yards to go. Ball on about the 38-yard line. Clock ticking now under 4 minutes. We're about 3.5 to go here until halftime in Moorhead. Lions have the football. He'll take a couple of steps back. He'll run out of the pocket to the near side. Scott will pump fake. He'll make one man miss. He'll get out of bounds short of the first down marker. And again, East Mississippi is forced to make a decision whether or not to go for it here on 4th down. They say he stepped out early. They'll give him 4th and 6. East will go for it. They'll go up tempo. They have 3 receivers to the near side in front of the Trojan bench. He'll go a little underneath pass. That pass caught. However, it looks short on the field. Awaiting the official decision. We may have a measurement. And it appears to be another turnover on downs. That pass completed for about 5.5 yards. Not enough for the first down. Trojans get off the field on 4th down again. And Mississippi Delta will take over on downs following the turnover on downs for East Mississippi. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans on their own 32-yard line with 3 minutes to go until halftime. The Lion offense started out hot so far tonight. Has cooled off considerably. The last few drives, going back-to-back drives with turning the football over on downs. Trojans will take the field. 1st and 10, ball in the 32. Go 2 receivers near side of McAfee. Little play action. McAfee will roll out near side to his left. Set his feet, throw down the middle of the field. That pass almost caught by McCoy. However, it'll fall incomplete. Tight coverage on that one. We have a penalty marker down following that incomplete pass. Waiting to call from tonight's head official. A personal foul. That wasn't a personal foul call. Nonetheless, it'll be on the Trojans, so that'll move them back, I believe, 10 yards. Must have been a holding call. A ref initially signaled for personal foul, then went to a holding call. So now it'll be first and 20 from the 22-yard line for the Mississippi Delta. They'll go hand off to Shirley. Shirley will try and run off tackle to the near side, and he is met by a few Lions. He's not brought down, however, the whistle will blow his forward progress dead. Trojans lose some more yards now. It'll be 2nd and 22 upcoming for the Trojans. 2.5 to play until halftime here in Moorhead. Trojans will huddle up. Malcolm Curry will come onto the field. East up 28-0 on your Trojans. They'll break the huddle. 2 receivers far side, 1 on the near side. Raheem Moore is your receiver to the near side. McAfee will take the snap. He'll roll out to his right. He'll cut upfield. He'll find Shirley. Shirley will make one man miss. He'll reverse his field. He'll lose even more yards. He stays on his feet, and he's finally tackled by a few East Miss defenders. And he will lose even more yards. The Trojans continue to move backwards here on this drive. That'll set up a 3rd and 34 from the 18-yard line. Trojans just looking to make this punt, this almost upcoming punt, look even better. They seem to be moving backwards. 3rd down, 24 yards to go from their own 18. Two receivers near side. He's got Shirley to his right, excuse me. We have movement on the line, and it'll be a false start Mississippi Delta, so this bad drive gets even worse now. Let's push the Trojans back 5 more yards. That'll make it a 3rd and 29 to go following the 4th procedural penalty on Mississippi Delta this half. Ball on the Trojan 13-yard line, or out under 1 minute to play until halftime. They'll break the huddle. They'll move up to the line. They'll go Raheem Moore to the near side. They'll go 2 receivers stacked on top of each other to the top of the formation. They'll motion Hennessy Thomas across the formation. They'll hand off to Shirley. Shirley will make a couple of man miss. Be brought down to 20-yard line. Gain of about 7 yards on the play. So that'll bring up a 4th and 22 to go. A timeout, East Mississippi, with 40 seconds to go until halftime. It's Lions 28, Trojans 0. We'll be back on the. Jeez. Following the final Lion timeout of the half, it'll be 4th down, 25 yards to go from the 20-yard line. Trojans in punt formation. LaDavian Smith lined up at about his 8-yard line. He'll take the snap. A low line drive kick will be end over end. It'll be fielded by Merritt at about the 40-yard line. He'll move backwards. He'll try and make one man miss. He's met by a couple defenders, still on his feet, and he's finally brought down at the 40-yard line. 25 seconds to go until halftime. Up by 28 points here. Lion offense will again take the field. Lions burn their last time out on that last Mississippi Delta drive. Lions will get up to the line of scrimmage. They'll snap it immediately. The pass completed the near sideline to number 13. He'll move up the sideline. Be taken out of bounds about the 30-yard line of Mississippi Delta. Give him the 31-yard line. That was a quick hitter. Number 13, Calvin Keys, was able to get upfield down the Trojan sideline. Go 3 receivers at the top of the formation. Scott will take the snap, couple step drop. He'll look toward his sideline on an out route. That pass caught, and he's dragged out of bounds. Another first down. Chains can barely get set before they're moving again. It's now 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line at 9 seconds to play until halftime. They'll go 2 receivers to each side. They'll move one of them across formation. He'll move upfield. Nothing doing for Scott. He'll move to his left, and he'll just run out of bounds with 4 seconds. Give him 3 seconds to go. He'll pick up a couple of yards. It's now 2nd and about 7 yards to go. 3 seconds to go until halftime, and East will decide to kick the football. Pontius will line up for the field goal. It's about a 35-yard field goal attempt. Ball on the far hash. The right-footed kicker is lined up, awaiting the snap. Snap down, kick up. It's a high end-over-end kick, and it is good from 35 yards out. And that'll end the half here in Moorhead at Jim Randall Stadium. It's the East Mississippi Community College Lions 31, Mississippi Delta 0. And we will be back to recap the first half a little bit later on here on the MDCC Sports Network.
College ever make you feel like you've been swept away in a current of decisions and unknowns? Help me! Help is on the way. Stop paddling upstream. Go with the flow as your own personal advisor navigates the journey with you from start to finish. From the first time you set foot on campus until the day you graduate, your trusty guide will be there every step of the way. It all begins with Flow Summer Orientation, where incoming students complete a pre-advising questionnaire and learn how to use MDCC's computer-based access programs. You'll learn about financial aid, take a career assessment, and schedule the first meeting with your guide. From there, you and your advisor will discuss your career goals and create a degree map that shows a clear path toward your graduation. You'll continue to meet with your advisor at least once every semester and whenever an obstacle comes your way. And scheduled one-on-one advising sessions will ensure you get quality time with your guide. Should problems arise, your advisor will be right there to help you find solutions and alternate routes. Life has plenty of worries. Navigating your college career shouldn't be one of them. Yeah! Just go with the flow.
Once again, it's East Mississippi 31, Mississippi Delta 0. Lions all lined up, Trojans all lined up. And we look to start the second half of action here in Moorhead, Mississippi. Pontius's kick will be a low line drive kick, end over end. It will be fielded at about the 5-yard line. And he's got nowhere to go. He's dropped at the 15-yard line. That catch caught by, that kickoff caught by number 9, Antonio Oliver. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Trojans trailing by 5 scores now. Here in Moorhead, this is their 3rd home game this season. They lost last weekend at Northwest 41-0. The Trojans looking to not get shut out in back-to-back weeks. Their offense has shown glimpses of being very effective, moving the football into Lion territory a few times. However, just unable to put the football in the end zone. Same story as 2 weeks ago at home against Holmes. McAfee in at quarterback, co-motion, and a receiver across the formation. A little play action. That pass caught, however, at the 35-yard line. He'll make one man miss. Tackle down. They're going to rule him not down, actually. He thought he was down at the 41-yard line. We have one official saying he's down at the 42. We have another official saying he's down at about the 47-yard line. We will Raheem Moore on the catch. However, they will mark him down at the 42-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Trojans as they're approaching midfield. We're opening the second half. It's Trojan football down 31-0. Trojans will line up 2 receivers near side to take a shotgun snap. It looks like a bit of a broken play. It's a quarterback draw. McAfee will take the football and move a couple of yards. He'll near the 45-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and about 8 yards for the Trojans. Very similar start to a drive for Mississippi Delta. They'll move the football effectively, and then once they get into opponent territory, they struggle to move the football. Trojans will line up 3 receivers at the top of the formation, 1 to the bottom. He'll have a running back to the right of the quarterback. He'll motion one man out. It'll be a swing pass to number 36. Gets a block, moves upfield, tackled hard, and loses his helmet, meaning he'll have to come off the field for a play. That catch made by number 36 for Mississippi Delta. Not listed on our roster here. But I'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 yards to go for the Trojans. Nearing midfield here on their opening drive of the second half. 2 receivers to the top. They'll have an H-back to the left of the formation. Shirley will roll out. McAfee will throw, and it'll be too tall for his intended receiver, number 1, Malcolm Shirley. And that'll be an incomplete pass, and it'll bring up a 4th down and 6 yards to go, and the Trojans will punt the football away again. LaDavian Smith, as always, will do this punting. East Mississippi will line up a new punt returner. That'll be number 21, DJ Clayton, a 5'9" wide receiver from Porterville, Mississippi. Opening drive for the Trojans. Again, looking promising early. However, they are stopped by the Lions. It'll be 4th and 6. Low snap, fielded off the ground. Kick is away, and their penalty marker down. We might have a roughing the kicker penalty on East Mississippi as the East defender tried to block that football. However, he nearly tackled LaDavian Smith. The ball will be downed at the 10-yard line. However, the penalty will be a 15-yard roughing the kicker on East Mississippi, giving the Lions the football back, and a 1st down and 10 upcoming. That 15-yard roughing the kicker penalty will give Mississippi Delta the football at the 39-yard line of East Mississippi. Once again, they're in plus territory. Let's hope Mississippi Delta can take advantage of it now. They'll line up with Kirkham and Shirley to each side McAfee. They'll go one receiver to the top of the formation, one to the near side bottom. He'll hand off to Kirkham. Kirkham will run in between the tackles. He'll make a couple of man miss. He'll fall forward down to about the 31-yard line. Gain of about 8 yards. It'll be second down and 2 yards to go for the Trojans. Strong opening drive here for Mississippi Delta. Helped out a little bit by East Mississippi on that roughing the kicker penalty. Again, they'll go 2 tailbacks in the backfield. 1 receiver to each side. He'll hand this one off again to Kirkham. Kirkham will run up the middle. He'll pick up about 6 yards to the 25-yard line. It'll be now be 1st and 10 Trojans. They'll move the sticks. Yeah, opening drive of the second half. Trojans trailing by 31 points. Trojans will line up again. 2 tailbacks in the backfield, 2 receivers, 1 to each side. McAfee will hand this football off again to Kirkham. Kirkham stood up at about the line of scrimmage. He's able to push the pile forward for a couple of yards. Tackled at about the 22 is where they'll give him the spot. Very similar plays. Run right there. Trojans will break the huddle and approach the line of scrimmage. Very similar formation. They'll split out the top receiver very wide near the east bench. This handoff will go to Shirley. Shirley will go off tackle. He'll move the ball back upfield and be tackled near a first down. Gain of about 3 yards, make it 3rd and 4. It's a very manageable third down here on the opening drive of the second half for Mississippi Delta. The Lions defense starting to breathe a little bit heavier now after this drive. Trojans will go 1 tailback. McAfee will drop back. He'll feel a little bit of a rush. He'll try for the end zone. That pass a little bit too long over Raheem Moore. It pass incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down now. There is a Trojan down, however, and he'll be able to get up. There'll be no need for the athletic trainer to come out and see him. It'll be 4th down, 4 yards to go, deep into East Mississippi territory, ball on the 19-yard line. Trojans will huddle up here on a crucial early 4th down here in the second half with 10 minutes to go. Trojans will go 3 receivers at the top of the formation, 1 to the near side. That snap by McAfee is pass will fall to the turf, incomplete. Over the outreached hand of a Trojan receiver. And it'll be a turnover on down, so a promising drive for Mississippi Delta. Goes nowhere, and it'll be Lion football after the turnover on downs. As usual, the Lions quick to get on the field. And they'll line up with 3 receivers to the top of the formation. They're moving east to west toward the J.T. Hall Coliseum end zone. Scott will take the snap. He'll set up a little bit of a screen pass. Gets a couple of blocks. And he's finally taken down after a first down. He'll give him a gain of 12 yards on first down. So East Mississippi's first drive of the second half goes for 12 yards on first down. East moved the ball very well in the first half, scoring 4 touchdowns rather easily and finishing with a field goal before halftime. This time they'll run off tackle toward the near side, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. Maybe give him an inch. It'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 9. Ball on the 33-yard line for East Mississippi. They'll line up with 2 receivers to the top of the formation. 3. Scott will take his snap. He'll throw an out route to his receiver. Looks like a bit of a hard tackle. However, the receiver appears to be fine on the play. That catch made by Daniel Crowell. And it'll be 2nd down, 4 yards to go. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the top of the formation. Scott will take the snap. He'll hand it off It'll be an easy first down pickup by Tyrell Price. He looks to pick up about 10 yards on that play, and it'll be another East Mississippi first down. So following the first down run, East will go shotgun formation again. They'll set up another screen pass to Crowell. It looks to be a blatant face mask. Bunch of penalty markers will fly out onto the field. A 15-yard face mask penalty on Mississippi Delta will give the Lions some unnecessary help, and it'll bring up another first down for the Lions. Be 1st and 10. And we will wait where the ball will be spotted. It looks like it's going to be spotted on the 37-yard line. So it's 1st and 10, ball in the 30. They'll officially give them the 37. 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Scott will step up in the pocket, facing heavy pressure. That catch made by number 4, Dorian McLaren, around the 30-yard line. Be near a first down, almost first down yardage. Give him 9. Scott still in the ball game, quarterback. He'll motion a H-back across the formation. We have a penalty marker on the ground before the snap. False start, East Mississippi. So their 2nd and 1 setup now turns into a 2nd and 6. With that 5-yard false start penalty. East Mississippi moving down the field quickly. Getting a little help from the Trojans. They'll go 2 tailbacks. They'll motion 1 man across the formation. Scott in shotgun formation. He'll take the snap. He'll drop back 2 steps. Facing heavy rush. Avoids the tackles. Is able to move upfield. Still on his feet. He's at the 10-yard line. He's going to hurdle a man trying for the end zone. They're going to be touchdown, East Mississippi. That was an incredible play. Lindsey Scott avoids 3 men in the backfield. Steps up in the pocket. He's able to elude the remainder of the Trojan defenders. Take the ball to the sideline for another East Mississippi touchdown. It's now East Mississippi 37. Mississippi Delta 0 following that 33-yard impressive touchdown scramble by quarterback Lindsey Scott. That was an impressive run right there by Lindsey Scott, the freshman LSU transfer at quarterback. Pontius will now line up in PAT formation. He's now awaiting the snap. Snap is good, and so is the kick. And with that impressive 33-yard touchdown scramble, it's now East Mississippi 38, Mississippi Delta 0. We'll be back on the MDCC Sports Network on 100.7 WDMS.
Wow.
Following the magnificent 33-yard touchdown run by Lindsey Scott, Pontius will kick it away. It's going to be a low floater. It's going to bounce in Trojan territory, and it'll hit the end zone for another touchback. Mississippi Delta will start their second drive of the second half. Down 38-0 here at home at Jim Randall Stadium. Their drive will start at the 25-yard line. Trojan offense again able to move the football into Lion territory. However, they turned the football on downs on their last drive. Trojans will break the huddle and approach the line of scrimmage with 2 men at the top of the formation, and they'll have one receiver to the bottom. Trojans will run a little handoff up the middle. And the Trojan running back is met by a swarm of Lion defenders. He's able to get a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 29-yard line. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Trojans content to take their time on offense. That fast-moving Lion defense, fast-moving Lion offense has been able to score quickly. Mississippi Delta trying to give their defense a chance to catch their breath. However, the Trojans will run a little bit of a speed option play. McAfee able to take it upfield and be taken down at the the 44-yard line. It'll be enough for a Trojan first down, and the chains will move again. Trojan offense very effective inside their own territory. However, they seem to struggle when they get into plus territory. Trojans will huddle up. They'll break it. They'll approach the line of scrimmage. They'll have a tailback to each side of McAfee. They'll go 2 receivers to the top of the formation, 1 on the near side. They're moving east to west. This handoff to Kirkham. Kirkham will move inside the tackles. He'll make a couple of man miss and be dragged down at the 45-yard line. Welcome back to East Mississippi territory, Mississippi Delta. This game is moving rather quickly. We have 4 minutes to go. The Buddy Rule, named after East Mississippi head coach Buddy Stevens, has been enacted, and it's 38-0 East Mississippi. It'll be a East Mississippi timeout. We'll be back on 100.7 WMS on the WDMS. Yeah, I know. I just said it really fast. Us radio folk have to be quick. Us radio folk have to be quick. I wish.
I thought it was supposed to. I wish it did. I school it does. That's what I love about it. Does it really? Man. Keep on going, huh? You get out there before 9 sometimes. I wish we could. For a 7 o'clock game? Oh, yeah. Really? Yeah, they we did a few times last year. I mean, they're up. As bad as the guys and beat folks. Yeah, they're over 35 at halftime, so.
Following the Lion timeout, the Trojans will try and run a bit of an option as McAfee will run near side, pitch the ball off to John Derek Smith, who is unable to gain anything on 1st and 10. As a matter of fact, he'll lose 2 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 12, 3.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Trojans trailing by 38 points. Kirkham will come off the field for Mississippi Delta. Trojans will line up with 2 receivers to the top of the formation. Ferguson will line up in the slot. They'll have 1 receiver to the near side. McAfee will run play action. He'll roll out to the left. He's got some space up ahead of him. He'll run past the 40-yard line and be taken down near the 30-yard line. And that rollout is good to about the 31-yard line. Nice little quarterback run. McAfee took what was given to him by the Lion defense there. Be another Mississippi Delta first down. 1st and 10 upcoming for the Trojans. They'll huddle up like they usually do, and they'll break and head toward the line of scrimmage. They'll go 2 receivers in the near side. In their red jerseys, got 2 receivers to the top. McAfee will take the snap, fake the handoff to Smith. He'll try and go over the middle of the field to Ferguson. That pass incomplete. Ferguson able to only get 1 hand on it. Good coverage in the middle of the field there by East. It's as good a time as any to take a shot on 1st down inside Lion territory. However, it'll bring up now 2nd and 10 from the 31-yard line. Per usual, the Trojans will go in the shotgun. They'll have one receiver to the top of the formation. He'll take the snap, hand it off to Shirley. Shirley will move back off tackle, and he'll try and get around the edge, and he'll gain about 7 yards there on second down. That'll bring up a 3rd and short situation for the Trojans as the clock continues to wind. We're down to a minute and a half here in the third quarter. A couple of substitutions for the Trojans. Malcolm Curry will run off the field. McAfee will check the sideline for the play. Walk into the huddle, and Trojans will try and convert here on 3rd down. McAfee will take the snap, a couple steps drop, feels a little bit of heat, quick pass, caught by the Trojans, and it'll be enough for a 1st down. Gain of about 7 yards there from Smith. It'll be a Trojan 1st down. Now 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. McAfee waits the snap. Snaps a little bit high. He's able to handle it. He hands off to Kirkham. Kirkham will run in between the tackles and be stopped at about the 15-yard line, giving him a 4. Trojans in no hurry to run another play, it seems, until the fourth quarter. Mississippi Delta walking toward the sideline. That will do it for the third quarter. It was a quick one here in Moorhead. The third quarter, East Mississippi scored on a very, very impressive touchdown run by quarterback Lindsey Scott from 33 yards out. And that was the only scoring in the third quarter. We'll be back for the fourth quarter on W. Trojans will take the field here to start the fourth quarter. It'll be second down, 6 yards to go from the 15-yard line. McAfee's pass is incomplete. He threw that one into tight coverage and pass intended for Raheem Moore. It'll be incomplete, bringing up a 3rd down and 6 now. Shirley will come back into the ball game. Mississippi Delta's leading rusher. He'll replace Kirkham. Now Smith will also check into the ball game. He'll replace Byron Robinson, the tight end. Trojans will break the huddle. They'll go 2 receivers stacked on top of each other to each side of the formation. Shirley will be to the right of the quarterback, McAfee. McAfee hurrying his offensive lineman up to try and get the snap. Snaps off. He'll feel some heat. He'll swing it out to Shirley. Shirley will make a couple of men miss. He's got the 1st down yardage. He's met by 3 Lions and taken down inside the 5-yard line. It'll be a 1st down, Mississippi Delta. Bring up a 1st and goal now. We'll give them the 5. Trojans looking to score their first touchdown this evening. It's a nice pass that McAfee made there. Had some heat in his face. Able to get it off to Shirley. Shirley able to make a couple of men miss and gain good yardage to bring up a 1st and goal. Trojans break the huddle. Line up at a bit of a tight formation to the far side. They're on the far hash. McAfee will take the snap, hand off to Smith. Smith will run off tackle And he is waiting the final score. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Mississippi Delta is on the board here in Moorhead. John Derek Smith, the ball carrier from 5 yards out. Took that snap and ran off tackle for a Mississippi Delta touchdown. And now the Trojans will line up for the point after touchdown. Hohenstein, your place kicker. He'll await the snap. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. With that 5-yard John Derek touchdown Smith run, it is now East Mississippi 38, Mississippi Delta 7, and we'll be back here on the MDCC Sports Network. Score that touchdown? Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Well, they got some guy number 3.
That's not me, not my fault. I didn't know about it until tonight.
Figured.
No. I didn't screw it, so it's not me, guys.
Welcome back to Moorhead. John Derek Smith was able to put the Trojans on the board with a 5-yard touchdown run. And then the Trojans completed the point after touchdown, making the score 38-0. Hohenstein will have a low end-over-end kick. Will be fielded at about the 10-yard line. It's 38-7. He's got a lot of room to the far sideline. He makes one man miss and steps out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. Following that Mississippi Delta touchdown, East Mississippi able to take the kickoff already into Trojan territory. Will they start the drive at the 49-yard line? 10 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the ball game. East, again, quick to take the field on offense. Well, they move almost quicker than the chains can get set. Quarterback will take the snap, will hand it off, and he'll run off tackle. And he'll run over a couple of defenders and be taken down in front of the 40-yard line, maybe give him the 42. New quarterback into the ball game, I believe, for East. Tamoris Connor is the quarterback, and he'll throw an out route to the far sideline. That pass caught, even though it was near the ground. He'll get about 5 yards. I'll set up a second down. Oh, excuse me, he had enough for first down yardage. It'll be first down and 10 for the Lions. They'll move quickly. This handoff will go off tackle. He's got plenty of room to run. He'll run between some defenders, and he's finally dragged down at the 20-yard line. East Mississippi moving quickly again here. A couple of men slow to get up after that last play. Appear to have an official's timeout. Head athletic trainer Taylor Young will attend to the injured Trojan. Following the injury timeout, East Mississippi is able to run off the far side tackle for a gain of about 7 yards. So it'll be second down, 3 yards to go. Then a run near side tackle. He'll be met by a couple of Trojan defenders inside the 10-yard line now. He'll be down at about the 5-yard line. He'll be first and goal. No, they're giving him first and goal from the 4. Just under 9 minutes to play. East now first and goal. That snap fumbled on the play. Connor is able to pick it up, however, and mitigate his loss there on the play, being taken down at the 5-yard line. It's now second, we'll say 5. No gain after the botched snap from the shotgun. Connor will try it again now. He'll hand it off to his running back up the middle. Mississippi Delta able to make a stand here. He's stopped short of the goal line. Picks up 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1 now. For East Mississippi, they'll hand it off again. He'll make a push for the end zone, and it'll be a touchdown, East Mississippi. There's a 1-yard touchdown run by East Mississippi there. Not sure who the ball carrier was on that one, but it'll be a 1-yard touchdown scamper in between the tackles for East. That'll make it 44-7 here in Moorhead. Pontius will line up to kick the point after. Snap down, kick is up, and the kick is good. There's now East Mississippi 45, Mississippi Delta 7. With 7.5 to play in the ball game, we'll be back on the MDCC Sports Network. Following the 1-yard touchdown run from East Mississippi, there's now 45-7 in favor of the Lions. We have 6 minutes to play. Pontius will line it up to kick it away. And this high end-over-end kick will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Mississippi Delta will take over again at the 25-yard line. Looking to get on the board again. It's 45-7. John Derek Smith scored from 5 yards out on their last drive. So the Trojans methodically move the football up the field. Finally, we're able to put the ball into the end zone for a touchdown. 5.5 to play here at Jim Randall. Stadium's still about half empty here. Clear night here in Moorhead, Mississippi. Backfield take the snap. He'll drop back. He'll move around in the pocket. He's going to be dropped for a sack. 20-yard line. It'll be a loss of 5 on the play. East Mississippi's defensive line able to get upfield and drop McAfee for a 5-yard sack on that play on first down. That'll be 2nd and 15. Clock continues to run now under 5 minutes. Trojans break the huddle. They'll go 3 receivers to the top of the formation, 1 to the near side. There'll be more standing on the 20-yard line. McAfee will take the snap. He'll hand it off. Never mind. He pulls it back, and he'll throw a screen pass. There may have been a fumble on the play. No fumble, but he'll gain 2 yards. And I'll make it about a 2nd and 12 situation now for Mississippi Delta. We have another injured Trojan. Head athletic trainer Taylor Young will attend the injured Trojan, and we'll be back on the MDCC Sports Network here on WDMS 100.7.
She's trying to snap it. Tell you a shout out. I'm trying to get
Larry Ferguson was the injured Trojan on that last play. He walks off the field gingerly with head athletic trainer Taylor Young. That'll bring up a 2nd and 15 situation from the 20-yard line for Mississippi Delta. Trojans will break the huddle and go with a 4-receiver set here on 2nd down. McAfee takes the snap, drops a couple back. He tries a quick strike, and that pass falls out of the hands of the diving receiver, and it'll be incomplete. I'll bring up now 3rd down. 3rd down, about 10 yards to go. Clock continues to move. Oh, excuse me, that was 3rd down. And I'll bring up a punting situation. Trojans will line up and kick it away with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the ball game. Trailing by 38 points here. Smith, your punter, lined up. He'll call for the football. It'll be a short kick. It'll bounce at about the 45-yard line. And East will let it roll inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line, where East Mississippi Community College will take over with 3 minutes left to go in the ball game, up by 38 points. Tomorrow's Connor has checked into the ball game at quarterback for East Mississippi. He took over on the last drive that ended in a Lion touchdown run of about 1 yard. East will take the field quickly again, and Connor will take the snap. He'll survey the field. He'll find an open receiver, throw a little bit behind his intended receiver. However, it's caught, and he's finally dragged down inside Trojan territory to about the 31-yard line. Gain of about 29 yards on 1st down. Trojans will continue to try and stop this fast-paced Lion offense. They'll hand it off. He'll run in between the tackles. From the shotgun formation, he'll gain him about a yard on that handoff. Clock approaching 2 minutes here in Moorhead. It's East Mississippi 45, Mississippi Delta 7 here. 2 minutes to go in regulation. Connor will call for the snap. He'll hand it off to his running back, who will move off tackle to the far side. He's met by a couple of Trojan defenders and taken down. That run will go for about 4 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and 1 situation for East Mississippi. They'll again hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Take the snap, he'll pull it out. It'll be a design quarterback run. Connor will try and get it himself with his feet, and we await the call on the field of whether or not he got it. And it'll be another East Mississippi 1st down. The chains will move again. East again will get lined up quickly. Take the snap, hand off to Connor. Connor will run off tackle. He'll be taken down by a couple of defenders to the far sideline. 1 minute remaining in the ball game. East Mississippi continue to move fast here on offense, getting their backups some work. They'll line up quickly, snap it quickly. This time they'll run to the near side off tackle. He'll drag a couple of defenders down and be stopped inside the 10-yard line, give him about the 7. Still some hard hitting going down on the field. 30 seconds remaining in the ball game. There's a 1 second difference between the game clock and the play clock, and finally the Lions will go in victory formation. He will take a knee, and that will do it for your ball game here as the clock continues to wind down. East Mississippi will take a knee down at the 6-yard line on first down. Then the head coaches will meet at midfield for their handshake. And that'll all but do it here from Moorhead. The East Mississippi Lions 45 and the Mississippi Delta Trojans 7 is your final score. The handshakes will take place at midfield. It'll be a victory for the East Mississippi Lions, the #1 team in the country. However, there were some bright spots for the Mississippi Delta Trojans tonight on offense. It was capped off by that 5